জনাইছোঁ। অসম ডাউনটাউন বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ৰ হৰিনাৰায়ণ দত্ত বৰুৱা কেন্দ্ৰীয় গ্ৰন্থাগাৰ আৰু নেশ্যনেল ডিজিটেল লাইব্ৰেৰী অফ ইণ্ডিয়া IIT খড়গপুৰে যুটীয়াভাৱে অনুষ্ঠিত কৰা এই এদিনীয়া কৰ্মশালাত অংশগ্ৰহণ কৰাৰ বাবে আপোনালোক সকলোকে ধন্যবাদ।
HNDB Central Library, Assam Downtown विश्वविद्यालय, भारतीय राष्ट्रीय डिजिटल पुस्तकालय, IIT खड़गपुर के तत्वाधान में आयोजित एक दिवसीय राज्य स्तरीय कार्यशाला में आप सभी का स्वागत, वंदन और अभिनंदन है। यह कार्यशाला भारत सरकार के डिजिटल इंडिया मिशन के अंतर्गत स्थापित भारतीय राष्ट्रीय पुस्तकालय के व्यवहारिक पक्षों, उपलब्ध सुविधाओं, उसकी उपयोगिता और उपयोग करने हेतु के तौर तरीकों से अवगत कराने हेतु आयोजित किया गया है।
আমি আগবাঢ়িম আমাৰ আজিৰ অনুষ্ঠানটিৰ উদ্বোধনী অধিৱেশনলৈ। অসমীয়াৰ হিয়াৰ আমঠু ডক্টৰ ভূপেন হাজৰিকাদেৱে কৈ গৈছিল, শত শত বন্তিৰ জ্ঞানৰ দীপালীয়ে জিলিকাব লুইতৰে পাৰ। প্ৰেক্ষাগৃহত উপস্থিত মাননীয় অতিথি তথা অসম ডাউনটাউন বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ৰ বিশিষ্ট ব্যক্তিসকললৈ মই অনুৰোধ কৰিম তেওঁলোকে যেন মঞ্চলৈ আগবাঢ়ি আহে আৰু বন্তি প্ৰজ্বলিত কৰি আজিৰ অনুষ্ঠানটি আগবঢ়াই নিয়ে। ইয়াৰ লগে লগে মই অনুৰোধ জনাইছোঁ আজিৰ অনুষ্ঠানটিৰ কাৰ্যকৰ্তাসকলক তেওঁলোকে যেন আজিৰ অতিথিসকলক মঞ্চলৈ আগবঢ়াই আনে আৰু বন্তি প্ৰজ্বলনত সহায় কৰে।
कार्यक्रम के आयोजन सचिव डॉक्टर रूबी गोस्वामी से अनुरोध है कार्यशाला में उपस्थित अतिथिगणों को लेकर के दीप प्रज्वलन का कार्यक्रम प्रारंभ कराएं। डॉक्टर रूबी गोस्वामी प्लीज।
बंटी प्रज्वलনৰ লগে লগে মই অনুৰোধ জনাইছোঁ বন্তি প্ৰজ্বলনৰ শ্লোক এটি গোৱাৰ বাবে মিছেছ নৱনীতা হাজৰিকা, এছিষ্টেণ্ট প্ৰফেচৰ ক্লিনিকেল সাইকোলজি, ফেকাল্টি অফ হিউমেনিটিজ এণ্ড ছ'চিয়েল ছায়েন্স, অসম ডাউনটাউন বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়।
दीपं ज्योति परम ज्योति, दीपं ज्योति जनार्दन, दीपं ज्योति हरित पापं, संध्यादीपं नमस्तुते, शुभं करोति कल्याणम्, आरोग्यं धनसम्पदा, शत्रुबुद्धि विनाशाय दीपज्योति नमस्तुते, दीपं ज्योति परम ज्योति, दीपं ज्योति नमस्तुते, दीपं ज्योति नमस्तुते, दीपं ज्योति नमस्तुते, दीपं ज्योति नमस्तुते। ओम शांति।
ধন্যবাদ। সকলো অতিথি তথা আজিৰ অংশগ্ৰহণকাৰীসকলক মই অনুৰোধ জনাইছোঁ তেওঁলোকে যেন নিজ নিজ স্থানত থিয় হৈ আমাৰ অসম ডাউনটাউন বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ৰ সংগীতত অংশগ্ৰহণ কৰে। উজ্বলাব লুইতৰ পাৰ পোহৰ
সেৱাৰ গৱেষণা সৃষ্টি আৰু প্ৰতিভাৰ যাত্ৰা উচ্চ সেউজীয়াৰ বুকুত জ্ঞানৰ বন্তি জ্বলে অযুত উজ্বলি উঠক তাৰে জ্যোতি গতিশীল হৈ ৰওক বিশ্বব্যাপী ये मरुद्यान है सत्यता की निर्मल वस्त्रों की हरियाली में हम अपनी महिमा से अनुकूलता के साथ रंगते हैं It's an oasis in reality in the serene canvas of greenery we auspiciously color our glory downtown university downtown university downtown university
दीप प्रज्वलन के पश्चात कार्यशाला के अगले चरण में मंच पर सम्मानित अतिथियों के आमंत्रण के क्रम में सर्वप्रथम मैं नागालैंड विश्वविद्यालय के कुलाधिपति डॉक्टर समुद्रगुप्त कौश्यप जी से अनुरोध है कि कृपया मंच पर आकर के अपना आसन ग्रहण करें। साथ में असम डाउनटाउन विश्वविद्यालय के कुलाधिपति डॉक्टर NN दत्ता जी से भी अनुरोध है कृपया मंच पर आकर के अपना आसन ग्रहण करें। कुलपति डॉक्टर असम डाउनटाउन विश्वविद्यालय NC तकुलदार जी से भी अनुरोध है कि मंच पर अपना आसन ग्रहण करें। आज के कार्यक्रम के मुख्य वक्ता प्रोफेसर विश्व तकुलदार जी से अनुरोध है कि कृपया मंच पर अपना आसन ग्रहण करें। गुवाहाटी विश्वविद्यालय के लाइब्रेरी एंड इंफॉर्मेशन साइंस विभाग के अध्यक्ष प्रोफेसर संजय सिंह जी से अनुरोध है कृपया मंच पर आप अपना आसन ग्रहण करें। गुवाहाटी विश्वविद्यालय के पुस्तकालय अध्यक्ष डॉक्टर PK डेका जी से अनुरोध है कि मंच पर अपना आसन ग्रहण कर हमें अनुग्रहित करें। आप सभी अतिथियों का मंच पर स्वागत, अभिनंदन और वंदन है। विश्वविद्यालय के उपकुलपति प्रोफेसर PNV सर से भी अनुरोध है कृपया मंच पर अपना आसन ग्रहण करें। ধন্যবাদ।
এতিয়া আমি আগবাঢ়িম আজিৰ মাননীয় অতিথিসকলক সম্বৰ্ধনা জনোৱাৰ পৰ্বলৈ। আমাৰ মাজত আজি উপস্থিত আছে নাগালেণ্ড বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ৰ উপাচাৰ্য ডক্টৰ সমুদ্ৰগুপ্ত কাশ্যপ ছাৰ আৰু মই অনুৰোধ জনাম নাগালেণ্ড বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ৰ উপাচাৰ্য ডক্টৰ সমুদ্ৰগুপ্ত ছাৰক সম্বৰ্ধনা জনাবলৈ অসম ডাউনটাউন বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ৰ ভাইচ চেঞ্চেলৰ প্ৰফেচৰ NC তালুকদাৰ ছাৰক।
कृपया करताल ध्वनि से माननीय अतिथि महोदय का स्वागत करें। अतिथि बंधन के क्रम में विश्वविद्यालय के उपकुलपति प्रोफेसर PN सिंह जी से अनुरोध है कि IIT खड़गपुर के पुस्तकालयाध्यक्ष आज के वर्कशॉप के प्रमुख वक्ता श्री विश्व तकुलदार जी का स्वागत, अभिनंदन और वंदन करें। माननीय उपकुलपति जी, डाउनटाउन विश्वविद्यालय।
গুৱাহাটী বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ৰ লাইব্ৰেৰী বিভাগৰ মুৰব্বী ডাক্তৰ এছ.কে. সিং ছাৰক সম্বৰ্ধনা জনাবলৈ মই অনুৰোধ কৰিম অসম ডাউনটাউন বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ৰ ডিন অফ পাৰফৰ্মিং আৰ্টছ ডক্টৰ উৎপল দত্ত ছাৰক।
धन्यवाद सर। स्वागत बंदन अभिनंदन के अगले क्रम में गुवाहाटी विश्वविद्यालय के पुस्तकालयाध्यक्ष पी.के. सिंह जी के स्वागत हेतु डाउनटाउन विश्वविद्यालय के पी.के. डेका जी के स्वागत हेतु डाउनटाउन विश्वविद्यालय के एग्जीक्यूटिव डीन डॉक्टर एम.के. मोदी जी से अनुरोध है कि आप माननीय डेका जी का स्वागत और अभिनंदन करें। धन्यवाद सर।
ধন্যবাদ ছাৰ। সম্বৰ্ধনা পৰ্ব আৰু সম্বৰ্ধনা পৰ্ব শেষ হোৱাত আমি আগবাঢ়িম আজিৰ পৰৱৰ্তী কাৰ্যসূচীলৈ। মই সন্মান সহকাৰে অনুৰোধ কৰিম অসম ডাউনটাউন বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ৰ উপাচাৰ্য প্ৰফেচৰ ডক্টৰ এন.চি. তালুকদাৰ ছাৰক তেখেতে যেন আদৰণি বক্তব্য প্ৰদান কৰে।
Namaskar and good morning to you all. Honorable Chancellor of Assam Downtown University, Dr. Anand Datta, our guest of honor this morning, Dr. Samudragupta Kashyap, who is also currently Honorable Chancellor of Nagaland University. We're very fortunate to have him amidst us. I think you all know he's a very eminent journalist of Assam. He was also former State Information Commissioner of Assam. So we're very glad to have you amidst us this morning. We have amidst us the resource person who will be the chief speaker of this workshop, Dr. B. Chutradhar, librarian, IIT Kharagpur. We also have amidst us Dr. Prasanta Kumar Deka. He's a Guwahati University librarian. Pro Vice Chancellor Professor Pranbir Singh, Dean of Studies, Professor Bandana Datta, my colleagues, and a member of the trust. We have a few of them here. And all those who were invited to join this workshop this morning, a very hearty welcome on behalf of the Assam Downtown University fraternity to this very important workshop organized by our Central Library. I see a large number of participants, our teachers, program head, deans. I think you all had a good time. They have all just come from the vacation. I think it's a very beautiful occasion to start the new session with a very important workshop. Even I asked Dr. B. Goswami, our librarian, so whether we have some material for me to learn in this workshop. Because why I'm saying this, there has been a radical or revolutionary change in every sphere of life, whether it's education, whether it's a library, whether it's a finance, in every sphere. The digitization is the key word we all live by. This morning, in the Akashvani news, Hindi and English news at 8, one very important item, it was said that India, among all the countries of the world, in digital transaction through mobile, is number one. Last year we have done 18 billion rupees transaction through mobiles, even card independent. It's not dependent on card. So you can see the power of digitization. And in education sector, we all know what digitization has done to us. What I'm saying, this young generation, they don't go to library. They don't want to read book, hard copy book. Like everything is in this mobile. Lately, I have also, to some extent, acquired that skill of getting information at any instant. But you see, there are two problems. One is when you talk about even today, ranking and accreditation, recently we had accreditation by NAC, there's a point, you score well if the footfall of students and teachers in library is more. But the problem is this digitization has literally prevented us from visiting library very frequently. So at that time itself, when we were trying to get our students and teacher to the library, we need to have more signatures. We had hard time. I thought that this accreditation body and your ranking, the framework should also take this into consideration. There should be ways by which we can take care, in a university or institution, among the institution, who is the highest user in research, teaching, learning process, the users of digital technology. This is, I think, with time, we have to be consistent. You cannot have two standards. So that's one important thing. Perhaps that's not the topic of discussion today. What we have seen today, currently, those young people, you'll see this development of digitization is a need of the hour. If I give a statistics to you, that also I got this morning from the internet, to prepare or produce 100 kilogram of paper, this paper that we keep using, you need to cut to maturity of maybe 70, 80 years. Imagine a situation, last 3 decades, when this digitization has been rampant everywhere. If we would not have continued, we would not have been able to continue with this printing, the paper printing, because then this entire world, perhaps the forest would have been totally denuded had there not been advent of this digital technology. It has given us a lot of advantage. Now we say the adverse as far as environmental pollution is concerned, the forests are intact to great extent because of this digitization. But at the same time, another problem is coming. Now disposal of all these digital tools, computer, mobiles, this is creating another problem. The landfill it is doing, like maybe many area has been deprived from carrying out planting because of this is a bigger problem. Even that is not the topic of today's discussion. What this workshop is trying to achieve today, I believe, the national education, national mission on education through information and communication technology, like it's a supported project of, it supports a project called National Digital Library of India. It's a project under this national mission on education through information and communication technology. It provides the information or the source of knowledge for preparatory purpose to school students, to college students, to researchers, and even the job seekers. So it's a ready-made platform to help people. But the question is, we need to know how to use it in a best way. We have concern in the same line. We talk about today artificial intelligence, ChatGPT. There's concern among the teachers, among those who want our students to remain creative. When you ask a student or give an assignment, they simply take help of ChatGPT. There's a big concern. Your creativity is gone. They will simply copy and paste. But what we are going to do now, our library, like our library and any other library, can take a very important role, play a very important role to check the percentage of information that the students put in his assignment, what percentage come from ChatGPT. Right at this moment, 80% of the assignments that students submit is 100% ChatGPT generated material, which is not at all desirable. But at the same time, you must know the judicious use of ChatGPT. It's an extremely useful tool. ChatGPT has a role to play. I get these days applications, even from teachers, students. When I go to it, I find that what this fellow is trying to communicate, to convey to me. Because he'll write few things, not think like giving a real thought, simply jot down certain things, type them, and put in ChatGPT. Now, ChatGPT will not be produce anything good, any good quality material, unless you have that background of producing things. So there is a ways of training how to use ChatGPT and enhance your writing skill, your communication skill. So this simply having access to digital literacy, digital resource for acquisition of knowledge in teaching, learning, you need to really have the skill. I'm sure this workshop will deliberate on this topic. It is extremely important. Days are coming now, quite often people ask us what this ChatGPT is. Let me give my version of thoughts on ChatGPT. To me, ChatGPT is the library of the world, one single library. Because anything you want to know. This morning I was going through the ChatGPT, I asked the question, do you have all the information, all the characters of Ramayana and Mahabharata in you? He said, ask any information you require. So what is happening is that ChatGPT has got the information of all the libraries of the world, so you can access those through this. So it is extremely important how best, or what skill we acquire to use those information. I think the workshop like this has very important role to help you use this digital information knowledge source very efficiently. And like day-long program, we have speakers from like eminent speakers with a lot of expertise in the field. You'll help them, and I hope you make best use of the opportunity that has come on your way and make it a very successful workshop. With these words, thank you very much and all the best. Thank you.
धन्यवाद सर। कार्यक्रम के अगले चरण में आईआईटी खड़गपुर के पुस्तकालय अध्यक्ष श्री सूत्रधार जी से अनुरोध है कि वो एनडीएलआई का मोमेंटो माननीय अतिथियों को प्रदान करें। माननीय सूत्रधार जी प्लीज़। सबसे पहले माननीय मुख्य अतिथि समुद्रगुप्त कश्यप जी को सोवेनियर प्रदान करें प्लीज़ सर। ले जाओ। सर, आपका पूर्वोत्तर भारत के पत्रकारिता जगत में एक अविस्मरणीय योगदान है और आज भी नए पत्रकारों के लिए आप प्रेरणा के स्रोत हैं श्री समुद्रगुप्त कश्यप जी। इस क्रम में अगले सूत्रधार जी से अनुरोध है कि विश्वविद्यालय के चांसलर माननीय श्री एन दत्ता जी को सोवेनियर प्रदान करने की कृपा करें। सर, आपके स्वप्नों का ही ये आसाम डाउनटाउन विश्वविद्यालय आज इतना बड़ा और दिन प्रतिदिन आगे बढ़ रहा है। इसी क्रम में आगे सूत्रधार जी से अनुरोध है कि विश्वविद्यालय के कुलपति माननीय NC तालुकदार जी को सोवेनियर समर्पित करें। माननीय सूत्रधार जी अनुरोध है कि विश्वविद्यालय के उप कुलपति प्रोफेसर PN सिंह जी को सोवेनियर प्रदान करने की कृपा करें। इस क्रम को आगे बढ़ाते हुए सूत्रधार जी से अनुरोध है कि गुवाहाटी विश्वविद्यालय के पुस्तकालय विभाग के अध्यक्ष श्री SK सिंह जी को सोवेनियर प्रदान करने की कृपा करें। एंड गुवाहाटी विश्वविद्यालय के पुस्तकालय अध्यक्ष श्री PK डेका जी को सोवेनियर प्रदान करने के लिए सूत्रधार जी से अनुरोध है कि श्री डेका जी को NDLI का सोवेनियर मोमेंटो प्रदान करने की कृपा करें। धन्यवाद सर, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और सूत्रधार जी से अनुरोध है कि आज के आयोजन सचिव डॉक्टर रूबी गोस्वामी जी को सोवेनियर प्रदान करने की कृपा करें। इसी क्रम में सूत्रधार सर एक इस विश्वविद्यालय की स्वप्नदृष्टा श्री वंदना मैडम के सोवेनियर प्रदान की कृपा करें। आज मैम के ही छत्र छाया में पूरी की पूरी लाइब्रेरी आगे बढ़ रही है और लाइब्रेरी में जो कुछ है मैम का एक स्वप्न है, जो ड्रीम है, उसको हम लोग करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं और लाइब्रेरी का कण कण और क्षण क्षण मैम के ही निर्देशन में चल रहा है। धन्यवाद सर। धन्यवाद सर।
ধন্যবাদ ছাৰ। এতিয়া মই আমন্ত্ৰণ কৰিব বিচাৰিছোঁ আমাৰ সকলোৰে শ্ৰদ্ধাৰ অসম ডাউনটাউন বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ৰ সন্মানীয় আচাৰ্য তথা আজিৰ অনুষ্ঠানটিৰ মুখ্য পৃষ্ঠপোষক ডাক্তৰ NN দত্ত ছাৰক। ছাৰে যেন আহি দুআষাৰ বক্তব্য দি আমাক ধন্য কৰে।
Dr. Sutradhar, Dr. Samudra Kashyap. I used to meet him very frequently while he was in Guwahati. I was also younger. Now after a long time I have met him, it is lost and found almost. I wanted to go down to Nagaland to congratulate him, but lucky I have got him here in our university. Where is Ruby? Ruby, of course, this institution belongs to the university, and I consider, please don't mind, I consider she is one of our asset. Because whenever Ruby, what do you think? You are a big librarian. But I shall tell you a story where I was the librarian, and not I, we, and we established the library, the first library in our school. That's a beautiful story, because please sit. Humeshwar Goswami is my class friend, but he never came to our library, if I remember correctly. At that time, what happened, I come from a remote village. The school was about 5 kilometers away, and ours was a joint family. So my father established a house near the railway station. It is about half kilometer from the school. So we were first, second, third. Sir, do you remember? And at that time, the students were awarded some books. From our joint family, we got a lot of books in every function. So what we used to do, my brother, I lost him. He was a voracious reader, Uday Datta, Professor Uday Datta. He retired as the professor and head of English from AdtU College. He said, Naren, let us do a library. With so many books, what to do? And we started a library in our home, that small house, in memory of my grandmother. Grandfather died long back. So that library was very popular, and everybody used to say, this is the first library of our school. Sir, am I right? And then one avid reader in the library was Govinda Prasad Sharma. He is a famous man of literature. Even in his biography he has written that I used to go to that library, I studied books there, I borrowed books there. So Ruby, we used to do ownership, then librarian, messenger, everything. Keep the book very nicely on Almirah. At that time TV was not there. Radio was also even not there. So books were our great friends. I think we got a lot of books. One book I cannot forget, which I studied in class 8. Shesher Kobita. It's a romantic story. Do you know? And I did not know Bengali, but I was reading once, twice, thrice, because it touched my heart, because it was a love story. And that was we were very curious about it. And that book actually, we had so many books. Krishna Hatteshi said, no regrets. You don't find that book. Mahatma Gandhi's biodata, Jawaharlal Nehru's biodata. But that Shesher Kobita I still remember. Because when I was about 12 or 13, class 8, I studied that book. And it was a Bengali book. I could not understand Bengali much, but I studied 3-4 times. Still I remember that book was my first novel, very romantic novel. I still remember the name of the hero, Amit, and the heroine was Lavanya. And they came to Shillong, and I don't know why, Amit, hero was on the other side of the river, heroine on the other side. Like that Sakoch, we have got a... That was a wonderful book, and actually I remember one dialogue. They were both standing on the riverside, and then Amit was very romantic. He said, the moon is there above, you are by my side, this is the river. This occasion will never come to our life. This is at this time. And she was smarter than Amit. She said, at that time one frog jumped into the river. She said, That frog has jumped into river, river here, I am here. This moment will also never come in our life. That was wonderful. I read so many books there. After that, actually, that is a, where is Viva? We are running a school, we are giving medals. Gold medal, bronze medal, silver medal. So I suggest you go to our school and give books. I shall sponsor it and you will buy it. Then I went to Cotton College. I did not use the library much there. Then I went to Guwahati Medical College. Yes, I had to use a lot of time in my library there. And I was very sorry that some of our student friends we knew, they tore the leaf and took home because they could not finish in the library, they will read. All India Institute was also, that was not, it was a bigger institute and bigger library, but that habit I did not find there. At that time, All India Institute library was smaller than the Safdarjung. Safdarjung was across the road, we used to go and study there at night. They allowed us. Then I went to UK. UK also I used to study. There one good thing I saw, that they used to keep a photostat machine there. Those who could not finish, they took the photostat copy and took it home. It was allowed. But I heard that some of our friends, they had photostated the whole book and took it home. That was also not good. So I suggest Ruby, if you can give a photostat machine in the library, those who cannot finish, but they have to pay ₹1 per page. Otherwise, they will photocopy everything and go take home. So library, I studied in different libraries earlier. Now libraries use is not much. You will know better now, digital and everything. Even a novel you can read in mobile or see in the TV. So, but this organization you are organizing here is very good, and I hope you will do something more in future. I am very thankful to Dr. Sutradhar who has come, and I think at your behest this has been organized. So I thank you very much for coming from there. Samudragutta was up. He is near Mokokchang. I shall like to go, but I am aging now. But Mokokchang, I went there with Bandana and we enjoyed. So thank you very much. All invited guests I welcome to our university. I hope you will enjoy it. Thank you.
धन्यवाद सर। उद्घाटन सत्र के अगले क्रम में आज के कार्यशाला के मुख्य वक्ता श्री बी सूत्रधार जी से अनुरोध है, कृपया आज की कार्यशाला के संदर्भ में उद्बोधन देने की कृपा करें, अवगत कराएं कि आज के कार्यशाला का मुख्य चीज़ है क्या, क्या उसका उद्देश्य है, क्या कार्यक्रम है। माननीय बी सूत्रधार जी।
Good morning to you all, respected all the dignitaries sitting on the dais. It was a wonderful lecture given by Professor Datta, the chat GTP and the mobile technology library. It's really, really wonderful. And also the chancellor of this university. I'm so happy to be here, such a wonderful campus. And yesterday evening, I go around and see, it's very difficult to build such a wonderful campus. It's a hill, and I have seen the Symbiosis University last month. It's similar look that I have seen. It's a wonderful. And there is a Brahmaputra river from this hill. Wonderful studying environment. And the library is such a wonderful location it is situated. I have seen in the ups and the down floor, and the canteen is there, and then the straightway you can see the Brahmaputra river. It's amazing. So today we have uh, here to discuss about the National Digital Library of India. Actually, this National Digital Library of India started in the year 2014 when the this current government came the first time. Then there was a meeting with all director of IITs, and then the education minister, Sriti Irani, she wanted that library, India should have a national digital library where all the resources are available in digital form should be kept at one place, and there will be a single window access facility. And then our director took the challenge, and he called me from there that Dr. Sutradhar, you have to write a project within 5 days about the National Digital Library. That time he told about National Electronic Library. Then I have changed the name in National Digital Library. And within 5 days we have written this project, submitted to the ministry, and we went for 5-6 times to give the presentation. And then in 2018, June, formally this National Library of India portal launched by the Education Minister. And it is the dream project of our Prime Minister, the Digital India movement, National Digital Library of India, one of the part of this movement. And today we have 13 crore content, 30 lakhs content, which are totally free, and you can download from anywhere, any place, anytime. So our objective is that wherever the digitized content are available in our country, in any state, any corner, we are inviting you to please communicate with us. We'll integrate your local content, and then we'll give you the global access. This is our challenge, but we are fulfilling it. Not only that, the National Digital Library also provide you a cloud service, which is totally free. If you buy this cloud service from Amazon or somewhere else, you have to pay a lot of amount. Every year you have to pay a lot of amount, but we are giving you free. But only thing that you must have the willingness to get this service from us. So as on today, we are giving 100 cloud service from various part of our country. So many big libraries, they have taken this service. I request this librarian of this university, why not you request us to take this facility from us. So it will be totally free. You can upload your content. It will be like your idea. And you can upload whatever digitized content you have, you can upload, and then National Digital Library will integrate those content so that your local content will have the global access. So this is the things that we are doing. We are also developing a library automation software, and that also will be available very soon, and then in the month of November it will be launched, and it will be for you only. It is totally free. We will give you a library automation service with a source code and also the cloud service. So National Digital Library will be a hub to provide various type of library services, so that because nowadays library is having a problem for expertise manpower. Similarly, there is a problem for budgeting. So National Digital Library will provide all sort of service to you. So I request all of you, because already it is late, I will not take much time. But whoever is present here, I request all of you, please tell about the National Digital Library. That this library is available. Everyone can have access. It is free. And this is the poster that we have given to you. So I request all of you, please display in your library, so that whoever the user will come to the library, they can understand what is National Digital Library, what are the contents. So you please display this poster in your library. We also give you a small write-up on in Assamese language. So we have English language, almost all Indian language that we have. So this is the Assamian language, so that it will be very easy to read the common people. And if you need, I can send you by post in your school, college, where you want, so that we have a plenty number of this type of content, so we can provide you. So I request all the librarians, please popularize this National Digital Library Portal. It's free for everyone, so it should be used. And lastly, I request, if you need any type of service from us, please communicate with us. We are ready to provide service. And you tell your friends, your teacher, your student, whoever you meet, you can just tell this type of development is in our country, and it is the largest digital library in the world. Nowhere such a big library is available. It is a challenge for us, but we are doing. So with your all support and help, this is possible, and it can further reach with your support. So I request, please support us, help us, so that one day it will be the only educational hub for our country. With this, thank you very much. I thanks this university organizer that they have arranged a wonderful event. I have attended many events, but this is really wonderful, one of the most beautiful and very encouraging event. And we have a lot of discussion after that, after inauguration, and we have a quiz also, online quiz. So you please listen everyone's lecture. There may be a question will be asked, so you have to give the answer, and you will get a very good prize. With this, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद.
ধন্যবাদ স্যার, আপোনাৰ বক্তব্যই আমাক অনুপ্ৰেৰিত কৰিলে। আমাৰ মাজত আজি উপস্থিত আছে নাগালেণ্ড বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ৰ আচাৰ্য ডাক্তৰ সমুদ্ৰগুপ্ত কাশ্যপ ছাৰ। মই ছাৰক অনুৰোধ কৰিম তেখেতে যেন আহি এটা চমু বক্তব্য প্ৰদান কৰে।
Namaskar. Most Honorable Dr. N.N. Datta, founder and Chancellor of this wonderful university, Vice Chancellor Dr. Talukdar sir, Pro VC Dr. Singh, Dr. Sutradhar, Dr. S.K. Singh, Dr. Deka, Bandana Vaidyo, Ruby Goswami, and friends. At the very outset, I think all of us we should thank Assam Downtown University for organizing this wonderful one-day workshop in collaboration with NDLI, IIT Kharagpur. This event will go down in the annals of the history of education in northeastern India as one of the first such kind of initiative taken anywhere across the academic sphere in the region. As Dr. Sutradhar has already said, the NDLI, its mission, the efforts of the Government of India to digitalize knowledge in this country, the ultimate goal being to achieve Viksit Bharat by 2047. I won't go into details of the NDLI, that is not my domain. But what comes to my mind, standing beside the great Brahmaputra river, is the story about how a great king of Kamrup, one of the greatest kings of Kamrup, had demolished one of the greatest villains of human history, who was out on a mission to destroy knowledge. 1205, 1206, an invader to our country, to our subcontinent, was on a particular mission to destroy all knowledge that India had amassed, this civilization had amassed over centuries. And he had finally set on fire the great Nalanda University, with the largest repository of knowledge of that time. That invader, after having destroyed Prayagraj, after having destroyed Patna, after having destroyed Benares and Nalanda and occupied Bengal, had knocked on the doors of Kamrup and was demolished by our great king Maharaja Vishwasundar Dev, who we remember as Maharaja Prithu. There is a great contribution that a resistance was put to the destroyers of knowledge in this part of the world, in this part of the subcontinent. Going further back to the 11th or to the earlier century, we find in the description of Yuan Sang, the great Chinese traveler, that Guwahati or Pragjyotispura was a great center of knowledge, it was a center of education, and students used to come from all over the eastern part of the subcontinent and to acquire knowledge in Kamrup, Kamakhya. When we talk about knowledge, knowledge I think can be compared to or can be considered to be more important than energy. Energy, it is said, cannot be created, cannot be destroyed. Knowledge cannot be destroyed, it can be created also. And it can be taken from one shape to another. While we are in the digital age now, what India had given to the world is transforming the human mind into a digital tool. And because of that, even 100 Bhaktiar Khildis could not have been able to wipe out the knowledge that we have stored in our digital tool, the human mind. So much so that even in remote parts of this subcontinent, say in the Karbi hills, the Karbi tribal community had stored in their digital mind the story of the Ramayana in their own typical form. This is the beauty of India, this is the civilization of India, this is the contribution that we have made to the world of knowledge. With the arrival of the digital tool that we have today, we have all been benefited by reducing the load on our human head. But then, as has been pointed out by Professor Talukdar, that is not a very good sign, not a very good sign, as he had said that a large number of papers these days produced by students and scholars are all dependent on the digital tool. I was just telling Dr. Singh of Guwahati University, as he was talking about it, that yesterday I was just trying to look at something related to the contemporaries of Bhupen Hazarika, Gulab Barbara, and Birendra Kumar Bhattacharya. And in Birendra Kumar Bhattacharya's profile that comes on ChatGPT, I was trying to look at the journalistic contribution of Bhupen Hazarika and Birendra Kumar Bhattacharya. And in the third paragraph, it talks about a person of Guwahati. Many of you must have heard that name. I'm not going to take that name, which has been mentioned as the most prominent person that Dr. Birendra Kumar Bhattacharya had groomed. You can check yourself and find out that the name of the person is almost on the verge of being described as a fraud. So these things can happen to us at any point of time. Dr. N. Datta had reminded many of us about our home libraries. May I take this opportunity to tell Dr. Sutradhar that in Assam in particular, almost every home has a home library. And most of the children, they acquire knowledge at home before going to school. And in many houses, I'm sure everybody, all of you have a home library with a round seal that we had made in our childhood, where we also write, Kitab Ghorle Nibole Dia Nohoy. All those things we have done in our life. And almost all of us, we had served as a librarian before even going to school or even in our primary school days. So, and if you look at again our national movement, you'll find that in the 1930s and 1940s, a large number of libraries were created across the country, particularly in eastern India. And you go to the remotest village in Hodia, you'll find a Torun Hongha reading club there. You go to the farthest corner in the western part of Assam, you'll find the Torun Hongha reading club or something, Bapuji library or something, 1939, 1940, 41, 42 and so on. Likewise, if you go to every Hotra institution in across Assam or even beyond to the older Assam which covered Kuch Bihar, you will find that every Hotra is a repository of knowledge, every Hotra is a library, every Hotra is a center of research. Fortunately, under the National Digital Mission, most of the manuscripts that have been preserved in the Hotras have been already digitalized and are now, I think, on the verge of being brought to be made available to all. I was recently being assigned to write a book on a biography of Srimanta Shankardev, and while doing so, I tried to call up a few of my friends who have done some study on Shankardev to find out how much work had Shankardev done which talks about the great country Bharat Barsha. And to my great surprise, I find that Bharat Bandhana, the particular chapter on which Shankardev had mentioned about this country about 34 or 45 times, is available through the internet archives. So this is what digitalization can do to us. This is what digitalization can do to the carrying forward the repository of knowledge that we have. Most of our colleges, most of our schools have very old libraries. The oldest school in the region goes back to 1840, 1828, which exists in Hodia. And the second is the Cotton Collegiate School, 1845. And both these schools have very interesting collection of old archival materials which need to be digitalized. If we look at our colleges and universities and the higher educations, we find the Cotton College Library to be oldest, which is now the Cotton University Library. Next comes the Guwahati University Library, followed by the JB College Library of Jorhat. Likewise, we have some very, very important libraries in our villages. In the village where I come from, the village library is about 140 years old, which has come through 6 generations of the present Hotradika of our village. So these are interesting things, and what I have seen being preserved there are also postcards coming from Mahatma Gandhi, which talks about the taking forward the national movement. And I take pride, I'll just end in that in the village library that we have in my ancestral village has two handwritten magazines, which fortunately was edited by my late father and his friend Dhirendranath Chakraborty. My father's name was Dhirendranath Sharma. So these two persons had edited a student's magazine in 1942-43 as part of the national movement, and 2 copies of that magazine is a handwritten magazine is still preserved. I'll just give you an example. If you go back to our respective villages, we'll find a lot of these kind of resources that we have, which I think need to be brought forward to the digital age and then shared with the entire human race. With this, I once again thank Assam Downtown University in particular, and also Dr. Ruby Goswami for giving me this opportunity to be here and to be, as Dr. Sayed said, to come back to a lost and found situation, sir. Thank you so much for reminding that. Thank you once again. Have a nice time. Take up or extract as much as you can from Dr. Sutradhar. Sutradhar, as you know, all of us we know Sutradhar. The meaning of Sutradhar, that he will be holding the strings and all of us will be pulling from the various of our ends and then acquire as much knowledge. And please remain connected with the strings with Dr. Sutradhar at the epicenter. Thank you once again. Have a nice day.
धन्यवाद सर। ये हमारे देश की विडंबना है कि हम लोगों को नालंदा के जलाने का इतिहास पढ़ाया गया है, बाकी लाइब्रेरी कहाँ कहाँ थी ये नहीं बताया गया। ये आपने आज बहुत अच्छा मार्गदर्शन किया, इसके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। इस कार्यक्रम के अगले पड़ाव में गुवाहाटी विश्वविद्यालय के पुस्तकालय विभाग के अध्यक्ष प्रोफेसर एस.के. सिंह से अनुरोध है कि 2 शब्द हम लोग को उद्बोधित करने की कृपा करें। प्रोफेसर संजय सिंह जी।
Namaskar and good morning to all of you. Honorable dignitaries on the dais, Dr. N. Datta, the Chancellor of Downtown University, Dr. N.C. Talukdar, Vice Chancellor of Downtown University, Dr. Paranbir Singh, Pro Vice Chancellor of Downtown University, and Dr. Samudra Gupta Kashyap, today's guest of honor and Chancellor of Nagaland University, Dr. Bablu Sutradhar, Librarian of IIT Kharagpur, and who is the main person behind this NDLI, Dr. Prashant Kumar Deka, who is the Librarian of KK Hendrick Library, Guwahati University, Deans of various faculties, Heads of various departments, faculties of Downtown University, Dr. Ruby Goswami, Librarian of Downtown University, and all the participants coming from various institutes and colleges, and the people from the media. After listening all the luminaries, especially Dr. N.C. Talukdar, Dr. Samudra Gupta Kashyap, and Dr. Bablu Sutradhar, it is a high time for all of us that we are living in this technologically changing society. Every day technology is changing. We do not know what will come next after few days. If you remember, during mid-90s, especially in 1995, when this cell phone came, mobile phone came, it was very heavy. more than 500 grams. And you have to pay for either communications. You have to pay for receiving, you have to pay for calling as well. Now see the changes, what changes we have seen. Even a small device is helping us to communicate information from one place to another place. So this is the change. Change is inevitable. And we have to accept the changes, whatever coming our way in this changing world. About 70 years back, Lancaster, one of the library scientists, he told that we are moving towards a paperless society. During that time, nobody believed him, whether he is saying right or wrong thing. But see the scenario today, that really we are in the paperless society. One of the speakers has already told that to produce a paper, you have to waste the number of trees. So we are saving trees, we are saving environment. And because of the cutting of trees and deforestation, etc., we see the changes, whatever we are getting. Global warming has occupied all the space, and we are unable to stay even on the hill. Earlier in Meghalaya, Shillong, we cannot think of the fan. Now without AC, you cannot survive. So because of such type of things are taking place. So knowledge is changing. Government of India is talking about Indian knowledge system. Really, we are talking about the Viksit Bharat. Up to 2047, we hope that everything will become at right place, go at right place. When you talk about the books, earlier, the books were our friend, philosopher and guide. Today also we read book, but the way of reading has changed. Platform of reading book has changed. That has been occupied by tablets, palm top, and other devices like smartphones, laptops, and many more which will come in our coming days. We do not know the name. We have to wait and watch what the generation next is going to give us. Anyway, so the NDLI, National Digital Library of India, since June 2018, every day changing its system of providing the information. Today, we have more than 13 crores of digital information available on this platform, which are useful for even school-going children to the postdoc level students, scholars, and all walks of life, people belonging to all walks of life, you can say that. We are depending upon that. One of the speakers told that we are getting everything from the ChatGPT and the Google. Yes, we get it, but what is the authenticity of that information? I will cite one example. All of you know Wikipedia. In the beginning of 2001 to something like that, everybody was allowed to post anything in the Wikipedia. And there were many wrong information uploaded in the Wikipedia. Even information related to the state of Assam were wrongly mentioned there. And we know, living at Guwahati, living at Assam, we know that this information is wrong, or this information was wrong. But what about the others who has no idea about that? They will believe that this is the right information. Now, the concept of Wikipedia has changed. During that time, in the 2005, 6, 7, nobody was allowed even for academic purpose to cite any references from the Wikipedia. It was not accepted by the institutions, even for citation purpose. But now they have again regained its position, and now also you can write anything, but that is checked, verified, and then only if it is authentic, then it is only allowed to be uploaded there. So in ChatGPT, anybody can upload anything. There is a database. In the database, it is preserved, and when you search about it, for example, you check yourself, you write your name there. First few lines you will get correctly. Again, you search it further, you will get little bit wrong information. But 2-3 times after checking, you will find, you will not believe yourself that you are that person. Completely new thing will come up, which is completely, totally baseless, misguiding, giving misinformation, disinformation, whatever you call it. So we are in that age. So what is the solution? Authentic information. So NDLI is one of the platform, government initiative, or any platform which are using recognized platform, there you will get the right information. So being a student of library science, we always used to say that right information to right person at right way at right time. That is our motto. The right information should be provided to the right person in right way at the right time. Then authentic information will be made available to each one and every one. And if we will not follow this, then where we'll go, time will only say. We are the creator of our future ourselves. We are the destroyer of the future ourselves. Earlier, all of you know that before this technology, All India Radio or whatever it is, television or digital devices technology, whatever we had. We are having now two things, digital device and digital divide. Digital device you are using for technological purpose, for all academic purpose, and whatever works we are performing. And digital divide, in a lighter mode, I can say that it is dividing the families. You are having smartphones always at your hand. Each and every member of the house is having one smartphone. Even nowadays, you don't have any time. Even you are sitting on the dining table, but all the 4 or 5 members are busy with their smartphone, not even talking to each other, they are talking to the smartphones. That is the digital divide. Earlier, at least at the time of dining, at the time of taking food, we are united together, we are living the life together. But this has brought this digital divide also. We have to think from that point of view also. Because in this changing world, we should not lose everything. These are some of the important area, and the area topic which is given to us is very important. We'll talk in the next technical session. And as everybody knows that charity begins at home. So as I told you that we are the creator of our destiny ourselves, or destroyer of the destiny ourselves. So we have to keep everything in the mind, and we have to intact our reading habit. So if we lose the reading habit, then we will be nowhere in the society, because if you know, if you have information, if you have knowledge, then only you can take part in any debate or any discussions only. Otherwise, we will be thrown outside. And my suggestion to all of you that don't believe 100% on whatever you are getting in ChatGPT or digital media. Check the authenticity before using it. Check the authenticity of the information, then use it. Otherwise, you will be losing your identity as well. Thank you very much to all of you. Thank you Downtown University for giving me the opportunity to share my views and idea. Thank you very much.
ধন্যবাদ ছাৰ। মই অনুৰোধ কৰিব বিচাৰিছোঁ অসম ডাউনটাউন বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ৰ ভাইচ চেঞ্চেলৰ প্ৰফেচৰ PV সিং ছাৰক, তেখেতে যেন আহি এটা চমু বক্তব্য প্ৰদান কৰে।
मंचासीन विशिष्ट अतिथिगण, हमारे प्रिय माननीय कुलाधिपति नागालैंड विश्वविद्यालय डॉक्टर समुद्रगुप्त कश्यप जी, हमारे प्रिय आसाम डाउनटाउन विश्वविद्यालय के कुलाधिपति माननीय डॉक्टर NN दत्ता जी, हमारे विश्वविद्यालय के कुलपति माननीय डॉक्टर NC तालुकदार जी, हमारे विश्वविद्यालय के संकाय अध्यक्ष माननीय डॉक्टर वंदना मैम, भारत सरकार के अति विशिष्ट योजना NDLI के संयुक्त PI एवं भारतीय प्रौद्योगिक संस्थान खड़गपुर के पुस्तकालय अध्यक्ष डॉक्टर सूत्रधार जी, गुवाहाटी विश्वविद्यालय के डॉक्टर प्रोफेसर संजय सिंह जी एवं डॉक्टर PK डेका जी, मेरे सभी सहयोगी साथीगण और इस एक दिवसीय विशिष्ट कार्यशाला के सभी प्रतिभागीगण और हमारे पत्रकारगण, मुझे हर्ष है कि इस कार्यशाला के विशिष्ट अवसर पर मुझे यह अवसर प्रदान हुआ है। अतः मैं आपके समक्ष प्रस्तुत होते हुए आप सभी का हार्दिक अभिनंदन, वंदन और स्वागत करता हूँ। जैसा कि सभी विशिष्ट वक्ताओं ने अपने उद्बोधन में NDLI के विशिष्ट गुणों का वक्तव्य दिया, गुणों पे वक्तव्य दिया और आज के परिवेश में इसके योगदान पर प्रकाश डाला। मेरा एक ही चीज कहना है कि यह विशेष योजना जो भी हमारे पास इकट्ठा नॉलेज है उसको सबकी उपलब्धता कराने में सक्षम होगा, लेकिन साथ ही साथ मैं डॉक्टर सूत्रधार जी से अनुरोध करूंगा कि इन विश्वविद्यालय प्रांगणों में जो नई नई इंफॉर्मेशन और नॉलेज जनरेट हो रही है, उत्पन्न हो रही है, उसको भी संकलित, उसको भी संबंधित करने की कृपा करें तो आपका प्रयास अत्यंत सराहनीय होगा। डॉक्टर सूत्रधार जी के कठिन परिश्रम से ही आज ये दिन संभव हुआ है कि हम NDLI के एक विशिष्ट कार्यशाला में यहाँ सभी उपस्थित हैं। यह NDLI केवल हमारे अध्यापकगण, शोधकर्तागण को ही ज्ञान उपलब्ध कराने का काम नहीं करेगा, आने वाली कई जनरेशन्स को यह ज्ञान उपलब्ध कराएगा। एक मुझे डर है जब मैं अपना इतिहास देखता हूँ, नालंदा विश्वविद्यालय, तक्षशिला विश्वविद्यालय, इनको जला दिया गया, इनके ज्ञान के भंडार को जला दिया गया। एक संशय होता है उसी तरीके से कि ये क्लाउड पर है, और जो आजकल का हम द्वंद्व देख रहे हैं, द्वंद्व परिवेश है, एक देश दूसरे देश को डोमिनेट करने की कोशिश कर रहा है नॉलेज में, तो यदि इसको जो है कुछ प्रिजर्व करके कहीं और भी समुचित जगह स्थान पर प्रिजर्व करके रखा जाए, केवल एक ही जगह पे न रखा जाए। हाँ, तो धन्यवाद सर, आपने पहले इस जो है उसको सोच रखा है, इसलिए आपका धन्यवाद। ये कार्यक्रम थोड़ा विलंबित है, अतः मैं बहुत समय आपका नहीं लूँगा। आशा करता हूँ कि सभी प्रतिभागीगण जो भी यहाँ उपस्थित हैं इस कार्यशाला से कुछ विशेष ज्ञान प्राप्त करेंगे और अपने विद्यार्थियों में प्रवाहित करेंगे, और यह ज्ञान उनके जीवन पर्यंत सहयोगी होगा। इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ आप सभी का धन्यवाद। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
धन्यवाद सर, मार्गदर्शन के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और अंत में मैं गुवाहाटी विश्वविद्यालय के पुस्तकालय अध्यक्ष श्री PK डेका जी से अनुरोध है कि 2 शब्दों में हम लोगों को ज्ञानवर्धन करने की कृपा करें। श्री PK डेका जी।
नमस्कार, गुड मॉर्निंग। Honorable Vice Chancellor, Assam Downtown University, Talukdar sir, Honorable NN Dotto sir, guest of honor, Honorable Chancellor, Nagaland University, Samudra Gupta Kashyap sir, Sutradhar, Dr. Sutradhar, librarian, Kharagpur University, Kharagpur, and is the Joint National Library, and Professor Sanjay Singh, Pro Vice Chancellor S.K. Singh sir, Vandana ma'am, Ruby, librarian, and all the faculty members and their participants. My old friend also I have seen, Bhupen Sharma and Sarala Ravayar. Really it's a great day and great event today organized our Assam Downtown University. National Digital Library of India, its concept is very unique concept. One we cannot imagine that one can carry one library in our pocket and in our laptop. So this National Digital Library have more than 1 crore users. It's not a simple task, that more than 1 crore users, and it's a single window single window digital library. So I think it's possible only for NDLI, and this digital library have 115 million content, 452 plus language for institutional digital repository, and 150 plus National Digital Library Club, integrated club 6,400. Not only digital NDLI and NDLI Club, today just I discussed with Sutradhar sir. He told me that if one librarian can scan 500 documents from his library, the NDLI will provide free hosting and digital library service. Many of we library professionals facing problem for our digital library, but NDLI also providing this facility free of cost, but terms and condition that we have to scan 500, more than 500 documents. It may be your rare books, maybe your manuscript collection, all of things. I think in details he will be delivered in his lecture. Other thing is that if in National Library of this NDLI, we can search subject content from preparatory to research level. Yesterday night I have seen, first time I have seen this Digital Library of India thoroughly. It's really surprised that we can download the manuscript also, rare manuscript also. So they have some link on National Manuscript Mission also. One can download the manuscript also through this digital library. One can download the newspaper of 1847, Frontier newspaper, Punjab Keshari newspaper, 1947 newspaper. So really, thank you NDLI for this unique creation, and in our coming session will be explore this digital library, and one can learn lifelong through this NDLI. And thank you Downtown University, really it's a very beautiful campus, and I have seen after 5 to 6 years I come here, and all atmosphere totally changed, and library reading of just I have seen. And thank you Ruby Goswami, and she's taking great initiative. Actually last from 2023 February I talked with Sutradhar sir to organize this type of function, but just it's gone discussing, planning. At last he told me that Downtown University is really proactive, approaching me very strongly. Really, I feel proud, and hope this this workshop will give us new milestone, new knowledge about our digital library concept. And thank you all of you for inviting me here. Thank you.
ধন্যবাদ স্যার। ভাষণ বক্তব্যৰ অন্তৰ লগে লগে আজিৰ উদ্বোধনী অনুষ্ঠানৰ সামৰণি পৰিল। মই প্ৰেক্ষাগৃহত উপস্থিত সকলোকে অনুৰোধ কৰিম সকলোৱে যেন নিজৰ নিজৰ স্থানত থিয় হৈ ৰাষ্ট্ৰীয় গীতত অংশগ্ৰহণ কৰে।
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा, चल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
धन्यवाद सर। आप सभी का इस कार्यशाला के उद्घाटन सत्र में प्रधान के लिए धन्यवाद। सभी प्रतिभागियों से अनुरोध है कि आपके लिए 4th फ्लोर पे सूक्ष्म जलपान की व्यवस्था किया गया है, तो आप वहाँ अपना जलपान लें और शीघ्र ही यहाँ पे दोबारा तकनीकी सेशन के लिए वापस आइए ताकि 12:15 से अगला सेशन स्टार्ट हो जाएगा।